everybody. It is
What's
early.
up? What's up? What's up?
It is early in the morning right now, so it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Definitely, we are here, but we have ourselves our NBA playoff predictions. There are. Hang on, let me check really quick. Um, Real quick. There are, I believe, like the first game starts everything at like 7. Um, and yeah, we have 9 hours until the playoffs start. We're doing this.
What? That's good. That's
Literally
good.
in half a day. And
What's,
don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be watching these games. The play-in starts today, not really the actual playoffs, but the play-in starts today. I'm definitely gonna be watching those playing games though, because it's gonna be interesting to watch, see, and just experience all of that. But so we're going to be doing a playoff prediction, and it's going to be fun. All right, I said we just go ahead and get started right into it. All right,
that's
so
that's right.
first we have the NBA playoff predictions. All right, starting off our Western play-in. This is the ninth versus the 10th seed. The New Orleans Pelicans for the West. The New Orleans Pelicans versus the San Antonio Spurs. Now, both teams are playing. One has an all star, the other doesn't, but one has a potential all star. In my opinion, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Pelicans win this game. Remember, the play is only one game. Yeah, and if it came out in one game, I think the Pelicans are going to end up winning this game.
I think I'm gonna go with my Texas team, San Antonio Spurs. I think they're gonna end up winning.
All right, yeah. Okay. Okay. Next, so we have Pelicans winning. Next up, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves in the play versus the Los Angeles Clippers. I think the Timberwolves are actually going to win this game. I think they're going to end up winning the game definitely.
I'm gonna go with the Clippers. I
Really?
think I think the Clippers gonna end up winning this one. I'm favoring the Clippers.
All right. Second. Okay. Okay. Next up, we have the Western play-in. We have the Western play-in finals right here. So you said the Clippers were going to win, correct?
Correct.
All right. So that means that your matchup is the Spurs versus the Pelicans. Sorry, no, you're the Spurs versus the Timberwolves. My matchup is the Clippers versus. I just got an alert. Frank Vogel was just fired from the Lakers office. That's okay. Um,
Mm.
uh, I have the Clippers versus the Pelicans. Okay. Now for this matchup, I think it's going to be a pretty good game, but I think that the Pelicans are actually going to end up winning. So I think I got the Pelicans beating the Clippers and becoming the eighth seed in the playoffs.
Okay. I think I got the San Antonio versus the Clippers. I
Yeah,
think.
no, you have San Antonio versus you have San Antonio versus the Timberwolves because the loser of your eighth seed.
Okay, that's right. That's right. I'm gonna go with the Timberwolves.
All right. Do you think the Timberwolves are going to win? Okay. All right. Now we're on to the actual bracket. Okay, so we have our first matchup. You have the Timberwolves as the eighth seed. I have the Pelicans as the eighth seed right now. Okay. Oh, sorry, we gotta do the Eastern play-in. My bad. Atlanta Hawks versus Charlotte Hornets. I think that the Hawks are definitely going to be the winners
I
here.
think the Hawks gonna win too.
I think it's actually going to be a blowout. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a blowout. Anyways, next up we got the Eastern play-in next. Brooklyn Nets versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think the Brooklyn Nets are actually going to win this game right here.
I do too, but I'm hoping Cleveland win. But I think Brooklyn's gonna actually win, so I'm going with Brooklyn as well too.
All right. Next up, we have the Eastern play-in finals. So your Eastern play-in finals is going to be the Atlanta Hawks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. My Eastern play-in final is the Atlanta Hawks versus the Cleveland. We both have the same one. We're both doing Hawks versus Cavs. and I think that the Hawks are actually going to win and
I think
become
I
the
think so too.
play-in
Hawks
seed.
gonna win.
Yeah, so two upsets in the play-in. All right, now we're on to the actual playoffs. This is pretty cool. All right, we have first in the Western Conference. We have the number one seeded Phoenix Suns going against your eighth seed. So my eighth seed is the New Orleans Pelicans. Dad, your eighth seed was the Minnesota Timberwolves. For me, if they're going against the Pelicans, I think that the Suns are going to win, and I think it's going to be a clean sweep. I think they're winning in four. I got Phoenix going. I got Phoenix in four.
I think so too. I think Phoenix gonna win. I think they're gonna do it in 5.
In five.
Phoenix in 5.
All right. All right, next up, we got the Dallas Mavericks, the four-seeded Dallas Mavericks versus the five-seeded Utah Jazz. Now this is one of these series where I'm like, I don't know the number of games. I know who I think is going to win, but I don't really know the number of games I think they're going to win in. But if I have to choose, I think so. I know that I think Dallas is going to win. I think that Dallas is going to actually do it in 6. I got Dallas in 6 right now.
I got Dallas in 7.
Dallas in 7, okay.
Yeah,
In the past 2 years, Dallas has been in 7-game series and they've ended up losing. I think Dallas is going to go to the second round.
I think they're gonna change. I think they're gonna change this year. I think they're gonna end up winning 7.
All right. Next up is the Golden State Warriors versus the Denver Nuggets. I think that I forgot to change this. 3-seeded Golden State Warriors versus the 6-seeded Denver Nuggets. I think the Warriors are going to win in 5, even though the Nuggets, who may have Nikola Jokic, who may be the MVP. I think that the Nuggets that aren't really going to be that successful, and I think they're going to end up losing to the Warriors in 5 games.
I agree. I think 5. I think Steph's gonna be hot. Klay Thomas back. He's gonna be hot. I think they're gonna be 5 games.
All right, and then last but not least, we have our Memphis Grizzlies. You have Memphis Grizzlies versus the Los Angeles Clippers. I have the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. For me, against the Minnesota Timberwolves, I think the Memphis Grizzlies are going to win in 6 games.
I think they're gonna win in 4. I think Memphis gonna win in 4.
Okay. All right, now, so we finished that first round of the Western tiebreaker. I think we both had the same things.
Right.
I don't think I had a single upset yet. Anyways, Heat versus, we both have Heat, the Miami Heat, 1-seed Miami Heat versus the 9-seeded Atlanta Hawks, or I guess the 8th seed in this case. I think the Heat are going to win this game, but I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a clean sweep. I think the Hawks are going to get a game on the Heat. I got Heat winning in 5.
Me too. Heat 5.
All right. Next up, we got the 4-seeded Philadelphia 76ers versus the 5-seeded Toronto Raptors. Now, this may come to a surprise, but Matisse Thybulle isn't playing for the 76ers just because he's not vaccinated, so he can't play home games in Toronto. But I still think the Sixers are going to win. As a matter of fact, I think the Sixers are going to sweep the Raptors. Last year, I had the Bucks sweeping the Heat last year, and it happened. I think I'm calling it right now. The 76ers are going to sweep the Toronto Raptors.
I disagree with that. I think they're gonna be in 6. I think because sorry, but Harden don't play good in playoffs, so I think it's gonna be about. I think it's gonna be 6.
All right, 6. All right, next up, we got the 3-seeded Milwaukee Bucks versus the 6-seeded Chicago Bulls. It's probably gonna be the best series. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna go to 7. I don't think it's gonna even go to 6. I think the Bucks are gonna win in 5. That's my confidence in the Bucks.
I think Bucks can win in 5 too.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are gonna end up winning in 5. The Bulls, this is one of those teams. They started out hot. They were hot. They were on top of the Eastern Conference. They started going down and down. And now they're the 6th seed. They barely made the playoffs. Barely missed the play-in. Then we got the Boston Celtics versus the 7th seed. I had the Brooklyn Nets. Celtics versus Nets. And all right, I'm not gonna lie right here, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Nets are gonna upset. I do. I think the Nets are gonna upset in a 6-game series.
That's what I picked too.
I think the Nets are gonna upset in 6.
Right.
All right. Now back to The Western Conference, we have the second round. We have the Suns versus the Mavericks. I think we both have Suns versus Mavericks here. I do think that the Suns are going to win. I think the Suns are going to win in 5 games. Yeah, that's all I really got to say. The Suns are going to win in 5.
I think Suns gonna win, and I think I did 5 too. Suns and 5.
Next up, all right, we got the 2-seeded Grizzlies versus the 3-seeded Golden State Warriors. I actually have an upset alert. I think the Warriors are going to win. I think it's going to be in a 7-game series. I got first 7-game series. I think the Warriors are going to win.
I got 6-game series.
You got a 6-game series. Who wins?
Warriors.
The Warriors. All right. Next up, we got the Eastern second. We got the Eastern. Oh my gosh, this is I'm so excited for this playoffs to start. Eastern second round, the Heat versus the Sixers. I think the Miami Heat are going to win. I think it's going to be in 5 games. I think the Sixers are going to get 1 game on.
I think it's going to go 7 games. I think the Heat's going to win.
Heat, okay. Next up, we got the Bucks versus the Brooklyn Nets, who upset the Celtics. In my opinion, I think the Bucks are actually going to sweep them. I think the Bucks are going to sweep the Nets in this series.
But isn't this a rematch from last year?
It is.
Then the Bucks and Nets went to, and it's the same round, and then it was that toe of Kevin Durant stopped them from going to overtime or even winning the game.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a rematch from last year. They're going to want that revenge.
I don't think it's going to go to 7 again, though. I think the Bucks are winning. I have the Bucks sweeping the Nets. I
don't think they're going to sweep them. I think the Bucks going to. Man, I don't know. Let me go with the Nets. I'm going with the Nets, and
you want Nets, okay?
I'm going Nets, and I think it's gonna go back to 7 games. I think they're gonna finish out because I think they're still angry from last year. I think Nets and 7.
All right, now we're in the Western Conference Finals. We have the Suns versus the Golden State Warriors, and upset alert. Yep, you heard it. You heard it here first. Golden State Warriors are winning in 6 games, and the Warriors go back to the NBA Finals. That is my prediction right here. Warriors go back to the finals. Warriors in 6.
No, I don't think it'll be no upset. I think it's gonna be Phoenix in 5 games. I think Chris Paul's gonna be hot. I think they're hungry because they had a little taste of it and they almost won. I think they're gonna go back to the finals this year.
All right, then we got another rematch. It's kind of been like a 3-game series. The first year, the Heat beat the Bucks. The second year, the Bucks sweep the Heat. Now this year, it's the Heat versus the Bucks. Winner goes to the championship. And the inner part of me really, really, really wants to put Giannis to the finals, but the basketball side of me just can't do it. I got the Heat winning, but I think it's going to be a 7-game series, though. I got Heat in 7.
I got Heat versus.
Like I'm a Giannis fan. I'm a Rockets fan, but my favorite player of all time is I've been a Giannis fan almost since he's been in the league. Before he was all buff and bones.
Right.
So the fact that I really want to see Giannis win another championship. I'm gonna be cheering for the Bucks throughout the entire playoffs, but I really want to see Giannis win the championship. But it's just for me. I just think the Heat are a tough team. I think that they're going to be able to pull through, and I think it's going to be a 7-game series, no matter who wins. But I think the Heat are going to win, and the Heat go to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, mine was Heat versus the Nets. I think the Heat's going to win 2 and 6.
All right. So you both got you have the Suns versus the Heat. I have the Warriors versus the Heat. Okay. You know what, Dad? I'm gonna let you go first here. We're in the NBA Finals here. NBA Finals. Who do you think's gonna win?
I'm going with my boy Chris Paul.
I'd love to see Chris Paul win.
Yeah, I want to see Chris Paul finally win his ring, his championship. And I think it's gonna go in. I think it's gonna go in 7.
7? I haven't seen a 7-game playoff series before. I mean, in a long time. All right, Warriors versus Heat. This is such a hard matchup. I think that the Miami Heat are going to be winning the championship. I had the Heat winning in 2020 in the championship, and they almost did it. They almost done it, but the Lakers won. I think the Heat are going to win this series. I think the Heat are going to win the entire thing, win the entire championship in only 5 games. Yup. I got Heat in 5.
Heat in 5. Okay. All right. It's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. So those are our official brackets. Yeah. Those are our official bracket. You know what? Thanks for watching today's video. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button.
Are you able to share your screen?
I believe I can.
Okay, let me try to see if I can share mine.
All right, yeah. See if you can share your look at the brackets and stuff. I'm trying to set mine up a little bit.
Can you see my screen?
I can, yeah. There's your bracket right there.
Yeah. So this is what I have right here. Doesn't he make it bigger?
No, I can see it perfectly.
Okay. So this is my prediction. This is what I suggest. All right.
All right. So mine isn't actually like showing, really. I don't think I can really get it to show. I'm gonna put a picture I'm gonna put a picture on the screen right now in my bracket. You guys can see it. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you get post notifications when we post a new video. We'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day. Bye.